What started off as a silent protest 50 years ago now led to a loud conversation. I'll have the story next. Lindsay Boyd on campus.
Welcome to Update News. I'm Nayeli Lopez.
And I'm Elizabeth Rodriguez. This is a special week at SJSU. It marks 50 years since two black glove fists rose for racial equality at the 1968 Olympic Games. The two sports legends who raised them got the conversation going on about political protest in sports. On campus this week, Lindsay Boyd is live on campus with more.
Elizabeth, Olympians, reporters, and sports activists all came here to campus for one legendary town hall meeting. It was all to celebrate this moment 50 years ago when John Carlos and Tommie Smith raised their fists at the 1968 Olympics. A silent protest on the Olympic stage led to a loud conversation about racial progress on the event center stage.
Recognize those giants among us whose footsteps are still counted among those of the living.
These giants, John Carlos and Tommie Smith, joined the Landmarks and Legacy of Athlete Activism panel. They talked about social injustice in sport on Wednesday. Smith and Carlos joined the panel to discuss their fear, their purpose, and their motivation for protesting on the Olympic stage. 100-meter dash gold medalist on the women's Olympic team, Wyomia Attias, says she vividly remembers the moment.
You could hear people talking, and then you could hear people booing, you could hear people whistling, you could hear people cheering, and then I just started feeling, oh man, I hope nothing happens to them.
Carlos says he was motivated to stand for racial injustice from a young age.
We put our fist in the sky, basically with a black glove, because that was the first time that the Olympic Games had ever been televised in Technicolor.
Smith said he had no fear protesting, he had to do it.
It is really sad nationally that the two young black athletes had to do what they were doing to bring attention to the racism of our country.
And their sacrifice not only paved the way in civil rights, but for future injustices. This is true of NBA Hall of Famer Spencer Haywood, who fought the Supreme Court to play professional basketball right out of high school.
Players like LeBron James, for an example. He has 4 extra years in the NBA at $43 million per year because of what I stood for.
The leaders of today's movements acknowledge the path the panelists before them paved. Their iconic protest led to First Amendment activist Toni Smith Thompson to protest during the national anthem at her college basketball games.
That my participation actually was, I was lending myself to this really toxic form of nationalism that was taking hold.
The same feeling is what led Colin Kaepernick to kneel for the national anthem. Green Beret Nate Boyer convinced Kaepernick to kneel rather than sit.
The motivation was to be a part of mending, our broken country as it feels.
Dr. Harry Edwards says there is still more activism and conversation that needs to be had, especially with the Me Too movement growing. On campus, Lindsay Boyd, Update News. The event was part of the Words to Action conference hosted by San Jose State Sports Institute. On campus, Lindsay Boyd, Update News.